Hi, everybody. It's Kelly and Heather with Real Conversations with Kelly. And I have been reading The Law of Success by Napoleon Hill. And today, that's what we're going to talk about. It has been incredible. So let's get to it. All right. So, Law of Success. Napoleon Hill has been one of my favorites for many years. And he wrote Think and Grow Rich and Law of Success. He's got the 12 laws of the universe. He's got all kinds of things. And somebody said, you've got to get the book Law of Success. Well, it's about this thick. And I went, oh, perfect. Let's see if it's on Audible.
I don't know how you listen to it on Audible because I
Oh my
know
gosh.
those books are probably in somewhat Old English.
They are. They are definitely in Old English. And we were talking earlier, and I said, yeah, I got to hit the 30-second back. Bing, bing, bing. Because I'm like, okay, now what did you say?
Mhm.
And how did you say this? And I know this is important. I need to come back to
Right.
this. So, the law of success is just about how you change your mind and your will to do exactly what you want to do and embody it. And he gives so many examples in this book. And I was like, oh, we don't talk about stenographers anymore.
We do not.
It
Although
was
I
very,
still know my shorthand. I will have you know. I
oh,
took
I do
shorthand in
too.
high school, and I
Yes.
still will write my shorthand when I'm taking notes all by myself.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting the difference of how he talks, but it still is about today.
It's timeless, right? Because
It
we, as
is
human beings,
timeless.
we say we want things all the time. I call it the I call it the just wannas. I've been
Mm.
having a lot of just wannas like recently. I just want
Hmm.
to get my hormones balanced. I just want to have my car function the way I need it to function.
Yes,
I just wanna. I have the just wannas. So it's human nature, regardless of what time period, Napoleon Hill's time period or our time period.
it's
We're the same.
all the same.
Yeah.
I just listened to it this morning, and I listen to it when I go into work
Mm.
every
Hmm.
every morning when I'm in the car, and it's about 30 minutes. And this morning he was talking about a man that he had it was a, I guess, a homeless man had come to one of his talks, and he saw him and he thought, "Oh, what is he doing here?" And then after the man came up to him, not to talk to him, just kind of passed by him. And he said, "Young man, what are you doing?" And he said, "I'm not doing anything. I'm just trying to survive."
Mm. Wow, that
And
hit you.
yes, I'm just trying to survive. We've all been there. I've been
Hmm.
there. I,
Hmm.
I mean, I
So
can
many
probably
times.
say, okay, in the past like 2 weeks, I probably said, I'm just trying to survive. Leave me
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
alone.
Truth.
And he literally gave him some advice. He didn't say what it was. It was interesting because it was kind of like, it was almost like a secret in the beginning
Mm.
part. And he said, I told him that if he wants a job, he has to go out and tell that person, I can do this job. You just give me a try and I will
Mm.
definitely be your guy. And literally a week later, the man was coming to see him, and he had been trying to find a job for a whole year. And he got a job for $10,000 a year. So this tells you the difference. $10,000 a year, which is like making $100,000 a year now, I believe, or it may even
Yeah.
be
Who
more.
knows? Maybe more. Yeah.
Yes. And the man that, I mean, he literally embodied getting a job and walked in, interviewed. The guy said, "You're hired." And he
Wow.
said, "Okay, you're hiring me because I am good at what I do. I need this amount of money beforehand so that I can dress the way I need to dress and have a place to stay." And, he started listing all these things he did not have.
Hmm.
And the man gave him money to go buy a new suit and do all of this. And this was in a week of hearing him at this, do this talk at this
Wow.
conference. And it changed his whole life. And after that, he was like an executive CEO of the company
Wow.
within 10 years.
Wow.
And just for sharing what you know and allowing someone to change their life.
Hmm.
I mean, you never know what life you're going to change when you say something so
Hmm.
profound and you feel it and other people hear it, and then all of a sudden somebody comes up to you and says, "Yeah, well, you said that the other day, and so I went and did it." And yeah, it's made such a difference in my
Hmm.
life.
So here's what I want to point out what I love so much about that, and I think it's a key. I heard you say something and then I went out and I did it. This man did the same thing. He didn't have anything to lose, really. He didn't have any preconceived notions about what could happen. We don't know the
Correct.
circumstances of his life before. Maybe he'd been just fired for the last 10 years, who knows? But
Hmm.
he didn't have any preconceived notions where his mind started creating stories about a future that hasn't even happened. He literally probably just looked at him and went, "Okay, I'm gonna go do it," without a second thought.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I think that's a key. That is so huge when we're sitting here, and we talk about this a lot, when we're sitting here waiting for permission to go and do something, then your future gets put off further and further. Versus this man was a great example of get up, go do it, tell this person this, and boom. And if you really think about Napoleon Hill was such an amazing coach in that respect. We all need coaches that can see ourselves a little differently and go, get up, go. And they did it. He did it.
Yes. And there are so many people, and it's just so interesting. And sorry, I'm excited about this because so many people go to therapy for
Mhm.
years and years and years. And it just takes one thing to like push you, move you, and that's the gift that you give yourself. That's the value that you see in yourself.
Right. All right. So tell me then why you started reading The Law of Success. What, outside of somebody said you need to read it, what was the motivation behind it? Where are you at?
I can tell you right now, so many people have told me to read The Law of Success
Ah,
for 25
ah,
years.
oh my
25
gosh.
years. I'm ready.
Mm,
I want that law of success. I want that. I want to see my future and I want to just start it and sometimes I get a fear. I will say that. I will admit sometimes I get fear, but I get rid of it quicker.
mm,
Okay. All right. Now I'm back on track. Let's go. And it's just a quick because getting into the poor, pitiful me. I'm not sure whether I can do this. Oh, maybe I ought to wait for permission. Maybe somebody ought to be, there to back me up. Are you kidding me right now? No. That that habit keeps rearing its ugly head, and I keep getting rid of it.
Right.
So
So
my habits coming forward, and so now the reason why I am reading, listening to the Law of Success is that's where I am.
what else does he talk about with that, with mindset?
Gosh, with mindset, it is, he talks about habit a lot.
Okay,
He
go
says
on.
your habit is, um, he says you can will something to come about, but then your habit takes over and you don't even realize it.
Mm. Hmm.
And when you don't realize it, then what you were willing to happen goes away. If your habits are not changing with who you are, because you can change, your mindset is just like your identity.
Hmm.
Your mindset is your identity. I literally, when I said that, it just went,
And goes to the outside. We talk about a lot
yes,
about people ask us, well, Heather and Kelly, what kind of things are you doing for women? What are you doing? We actually are really channeling the change in behavior from the inside so it manifests on the outside. So just like
yes.
what you said, it has to start in the mind. Within,
Hmm.
then it goes into the feelings and the heart, and then it can go into action simplistically, but that's pretty much what it is.
Right.
We all know that we all people who are really moving forward and are really doing big things, and others who are maybe floundering. And you and I were talking about it earlier, is like, why do we do that? Why do we get all excited and we're like, we're going to change, we're going to do this thing, and we've got this wonderful opportunity to be ahead of us, and all of a sudden we start remembering the past, something that's happened in the past. It's going to take you right back into the familiar, and all of a sudden that obstacle, or not obstacle, that opportunity goes away.
Right.
Like,
Right.
why do we do that?
Monkeys in your head.
Monkeys. Yeah.
Okay. Monkeys in my head last night. And I'm going to tell you what I did. And the night before, that's why I'm getting excited. I'm like, if y'all are listening to this, I'm like, my eyes are getting really big because I remembered the night before, I literally was up for 3 hours. I woke up at, oh gosh, I think I woke up at like 12:30 or something and couldn't go back to sleep. So
Mm,
3:30, I'm like, okay, fine. And the whole time my mind was going, okay, but can you really do this? So where's that money going to
mm,
come from? And what are you going to do? And are you saying exactly what you want? And oh my gosh, do you know that that's due on Tuesday and you have a huge meeting on Thursday and blah blah blah. And I mean, it was just
yeah.
going.
Mhm.
And as I was doing that, I thought, I can't do this again. So last night, I got up at about 2 o'clock and I found that I couldn't go back to sleep. Guess what I did? I started breathing and I literally felt where that feeling was. And I took a deep breath and I made the breath go to that feeling, like where I was feeling it in my body. Wow. And literally within, like, I can't even tell you, I went straight to sleep
Mm. Wow.
because it relaxed the part
Hmm.
of my body that was angst
Hmm.
or panicked. And literally within, I mean, I literally want to say it was 2 minutes.
Hmm.
I literally probably had to take about, I took 4 deep breaths into where I felt it. And I mean, it can be in your arm, it could be in your head, it could be in your heart, anywhere. Breathe into it wherever you feel out of sorts. And it will calm and move you.
Mhm.
And it moved me out of the circus. And I woke up this morning and I was like, wow, I feel so refreshed. I didn't hear Tom get out of bed to go work out. Usually I hear him. He turns on the light. Da da da. Nope. I thought he was still next to me. Literally. And I rolled over and I was like, oh, he's not even there. I slept through him leaving.
That's
And
great.
that's when you got some real good REM sleep.
Hmm.
Oh, and that's the whole key right there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So going back to the loss of success, one of the
Yes.
things that we have been so excited about starting to create
Mm-hmm.
dream circles. And somebody told me one time recently that, well, I don't know what a dream circle is. Well, guess what? I get it, but we're going to tell you what it is. And
Mm-hmm.
when you're in part of our circle, you're going to understand what it is. So tell us, bring us on this journey really quickly of where it came from, why it's called that, and especially the ground of it, because it has to do with Napoleon Hill as well.
Correct. Correct. So, Dream Circle is like a mastermind. And I'm not sure whether anybody knows what a mastermind is. It came from Napoleon Hill out of Think and Grow Rich.
Hmm.
And he talks about that it actually came from the law of success. That's
Ah,
why I started reading the book, because he made it in simpler terms in Think and Grow Rich.
got it.
It came from the law of success. He said mastermind in the law of success in the first chapter probably 50 times.
Mm,
And it's about mastering your mind with other people. So it's almost like when they say 2 or more are gathered
hmm.
in his name, boom. Focus on moving forward. We focus on the positive. No negative. No talk of where you have been. This is where you are going.
Okay, so
You can have, I'm sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I've been talking. So we are a group of people, and in our case, women, that
Mm-hmm.
are gathering together in community so
Mm-hmm.
that we can talk about things that we want to see accomplished in our lives, have a
Correct.
goal with clarity. We're
Correct.
coming to get clarity. We're coming to get support. We're coming to have learn what our intentions can be. So
Correct.
before you go any further with that, why is that important? Why is it important to come into community with our goals and aspirations or our lack thereof?
Because you want to be there so that you can get insight and maybe some direction from somebody that's already had experience with what you're doing.
There you go. So the support that we get
It's the support.
is incredible.
And you want to be going in a similar direction, but you don't have to have the same goal. Okay.
Right. Yeah,
All
absolutely.
right. And harmony is essential
Okay.
in this completely. And you want to make sure that the people that you are with, which we are inviting you, growth minded, honest, supportive, and willing to challenge the other people in the mastermind.
Mm.
Success, he talked about all the famous men that were in a mastermind that Henry Ford, Ben Franklin, the Wright brothers. I mean, it was like all of these people that were totally coming up with something that was, you know, people hadn't even thought about, but they had thought about it and they said, yes, this is going to happen. And they masterminded together about it. All of these famous people, he listed them. I should have, well, I was driving, so
I was gonna say you can write them down. Well,
no, I
that's
could
the
not write
gold
them down.
nugget. That's the gold nugget,
Yes,
or the golden egg, the golden prize, the
the
trophy.
magic moment.
When you have people there that are going, hey, you know what you could do? I know you said you were stuck on this. Here's what we see could happen, and here's how I can support you. This is the goal and the beauty about a mastermind with like-minded
Yes,
women. We're going to
yes,
say women. Men, you can have your own. It's great. Maybe someday we'll do them with you, but we want women who are around our age, if older, if younger, whoever, but we're in that time in our lives that we're wanting some change.
yes, yes. And it's time for you to rise from where you are, see your value, and change the world around you
Yeah, and that can start with a
with
mastermind,
Mastermind,
which we have
which
coined
we
our
have
dream
coined the
circles.
dream circle. Yes.
Hmm.
And it takes you, it's like it changes the chemistry
Hmm.
of where you've been and your mindset.
Hmm.
It takes you on a whole nother road. And the rhythm is set. We meet once a month. And
We have one coming up next Saturday. We'd love to invite anybody who is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or beyond. If you want to travel, it'd be lovely. Let us
yes,
know. You can send, and we'll get that link to you so you can RSVP.
yes, yes. And it is going to start your engine.
Yep, that's what we want.
Yes. So thanks for joining us. And remember, law of success, that is where we are headed. You can succeed in anything. We love you. We have gratitude for you. And we will see you next week.